Okay, so it seems like Genshin Impact has actually helped out Wuthering Waves, and, well, it's not in a good way. Now, if you don't know, Wuthering Waves has already moved on to their second banner, which is Yinlin, and we obviously had GM before him, and in the first 7 hours, it seems like Yinlin is actually going super well, and many people like her and her trailer and everything around her. And to be honest, that's to be expected, because Yinlin was such an anticipated character in the community, and many people wanted to pull for her whenever the game first came out. But if you didn't know, at the same time, pretty much, Genshin Impact also released their banner, which is the Clorinde banner. Now, the Clorinde banner people have been really excited for, and even I've been pretty excited for it because the, character design is pretty amazing. And yesterday, I did pull and get to try out her in the game, and she had such a, super interesting kit. I mean, it was really good. And there was a lot of content creators too that were saying that Clorinde's kit has actually been really fun and just enjoyable for once. Which, as you can expect, is really good for Genshin Impact and Hoyoverse, because obviously they haven't been doing too great recently. There's been a lot of complaints, especially with the events, the rewards, and I've got Wuthering Waves coming out kind of challenging it. So, Hoyoverse has really got to step up their game here, and it seems like they definitely have with their characters. But you might be asking, how does that actually affect Wuthering Waves then? Why is that good for Wuthering Waves? Well, it's not actually this part of the update. So if I go up here, we've actually got a post from Genshin Impact saying an everlasting dream intertwined, version 4.7 update details. And pretty much what this is, it outlines everything going on in version 4.7. Now, there was some pretty good updates, including, the Clorinde banner, but then there were also some not so great updates, which actually included the new Dainslift quest, which are usually really good quests. As whenever Dainslift turns up, we usually get a ton of lore and just really interesting stuff coming to the game, as we get to learn a bit more about Karnia and also the Traveler's sibling, and yeah, it's just really interesting. But it seems that this time Genshin Impact hasn't really done very well with this quest, and we're going to go firstly to Tectone. Now, obviously, Tectone is really critical of Genshin Impact, so, some of you might not believe him because of, how critical he's been in the past. But to be fair, I think he's got a pretty neutral view on everything going on, and I think you can trust his opinion, especially as someone who doesn't play the game often, because you could also say the same thing for all of the Genshin creators that play the game regularly, because some of them are obviously going to go, oh, this quest was great, it was one of the best ones ever. But pretty much what Tectone said was, we waited from 3.5 to 4.7 for the absolute slot fest of an Archon Quest. What a joke. The best advertisement for Wuthering Waves is seeing what Genshin Impact considers compelling content. See you all next year. So, as you can tell, Tectone did not like this at all, and I also did tune into his stream a little bit, and yeah, he looked like he wasn't having a very good time at all. He looked bored and just uninterested overall. And then if we go over to another tweet here from Stefan, obviously, don't go after any of these people. I think they both have pretty valid opinions here. And what Stefan says here is that might be the best quest in the Fontaine patch series, dare I say in all of Genshin. From start to finish, I was locked in. What are all your thoughts and theories? Now, I don't know if he's actually trying to bait that or if he actually enjoyed the story, but it seems like Stefan actually enjoyed it. And I mean, a good story is something that is very, opinionated. I mean, some people will like it, some people won't, and it seems like Stefan actually liked it, and Tectone actually commented on this. He said, that was us, you capping hard, wake the cup. Then Stefan said, Tectone, I don't think you know enough about the deeper lore to appreciate the information we're blessed with. Now, that is totally true. There's a lot of people who are more interested in the lore of Genshin Impact and who understand this kind of quest stuff better, especially the Dainslift ones, because obviously it's full of lore-heavy material. So a lot of usual players that don't really understand the lore in a deeper kind of meaning won't really get what's going on too much. And obviously people like Stefan who have read into the lore quite a bit might enjoy it a lot more. But it seems like a lot of people have mixed opinions on this. Some people down here saying they hated it. It was extremely short. This person said it's short. Genshin's dying. This person said it's pretty nice. So again, you can see how it's kind of varying. But this might be due to, people regularly playing Genshin Impact and being quite blinded to what is a good story now. But, it's their own opinion and they can say whatever they like about the quest. But why is this super good for Wuthering Waves? Well, Tectone kind of nailed it in his tweet here, saying that the best advertisement for Wuthering Waves is seeing what Genshin Impact considers compelling content. So pretty much, with Wuthering Waves releasing Yinlin and stuff at the moment, I honestly think that Yinlin has been a bigger event than the Genshin Quest going on at the moment and Clorinde. Because usually in Genshin Impact, an Archon Quest is a massive deal. Everyone's playing it, everyone's talking about it. But it seems like people were just kind of being like, oh, that was alright. Anyways, back to Wuthering Waves, because people are more interested in a character coming out than a whole Archon Quest and a character coming out, and on top of a ton of other updates, because this isn't even a full update. This is just a character release with, some other quests and stuff going along with it. And Genshin Impact not even keeping up with Wuthering Waves here when they've released a full update is kind of crazy, and it shows how much power the Wuthering Waves now has. Now, what could Genshin Impact do to fix this? Well, yeah, just make better stuff. I mean, it's not that hard at all. Just make better quests, make better characters. I mean, they're doing pretty good on the character front, as I said. But literally, if they just improve what they're doing, give out a few more rewards as well, then, you know, this kind of stuff wouldn't happen. But it seems like at the moment, what Genshin Impact are doing is they are just being super lazy with it. And we're not going to see them outperforming Wuthering Waves anytime soon. Now, obviously, in terms of stats and player base, Genshin Impact is still on top. But in terms of like the overall talk and the overall popularity, especially on like YouTube and stuff, I think Wuthering Waves is doing a lot better. Now, maybe that's because it's a slightly new game. Yes. But at the same time, I honestly just think the community is more behind Wuthering Waves at the moment, especially with all of the rewards they're giving out. I also wanted to quickly add on this thing with Honkai Star. As you know, Honkai Star is also a Hoyoverse game. So this kind of, you know, tells you exactly where Hoyoverse are at whenever it comes to trying to improve their games to keep up with games like Wuthering Waves. And it's really not looking good. Like, don't get me wrong, I really like Honkai Star, and I also really like Genshin too. And Honkai Star I have been playing pretty regularly, especially recently. But we've actually got drip marketing for characters, and to be honest, these characters don't look too good. Like, in terms of character design, this guy just doesn't really appeal to me. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it because I'm going to mess it up like horribly. But again, it's pretty generic, and I just don't think I'll pull on it ever. Like, I don't think this guy is going to be very important to me. And I know a lot of people were saying they actually might be the first Nihility healer that we've actually seen, which might be pretty good in terms of like the meta and just gameplay overall, which would be super nice. But I would like prefer if the character design was a little bit better. And then if we scroll down here, we've also got the other one, which was Yinlin. Now, there was a lot of drama around this, and I was also involved in it. But if you want to see that, that'll be on my Twitter. I like kind of posted a response to everything that's going on. I don't really want to talk about it in this video because, you know, who cares? Like, who cares at all? But yeah, they've released this character called Yinlin. They look kind of cool, but also it's just kind of like, you know, it's just kind of a Nilu like copy and paste. So again, I don't think it's that interesting. I mean, you know, a physical destruction's kind of cool. I'm interested to see what they're like, but I think these two characters just feel a little bit filler. Like, I feel like there's no actual meaning behind it, and we still haven't seen a character like Sunday yet. I don't even know if we're going to get him at this point. But honestly, if they were to release someone like Sunday, I think the banners would do a lot better. And yeah, I just think these characters just don't have much meaning behind it. And this is honestly great for Wuthering Waves because it means that both Genshin Impact and Honkai Star are out of the runnings to kind of take them on, especially like recently. And the only shot at actually kind of, you know, keeping up with Wuthering Waves and, you know, the progress that they're doing is Zenless Zone Zero. So we'll have to see and wait until the release of Zenless Zone Zero to see how well they do. But again, I'm really not hopeful because I think Zenless Zone Zero will do like good for Hoyoverse standards. But honestly, I don't know if it'll keep up with Wuthering Waves. And just overall, I'm super excited for July to come around so that we can see the revenue charts for all of these games, especially after having a full month of each of the games, you know, being played. And especially with this Yinlin banner too, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people swiping on it and the revenue chart should go up, especially with all of the stability issues as well. I think a lot of people are going to be playing the game now because all of the issues have been fixed. So yeah, it'll be super interesting to see where they fall in terms of revenue. And honestly, I think Wuthering Waves is going to be somewhere up there in the top 5 because I think we're somewhere like top 16, top 11 or something like that. But I think we're going to be a lot higher next month. But yeah, that's about all I've got for this video. If you enjoyed it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And also comment down below what you think about the newest Genshin update and also all of the other like drip marketing and everything like that and how it compares to Wuthering Waves because I'm super interested to see what you guys think. And yeah, don't forget to use my code Kaza at GamerSubs. I'll leave the link in the description below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. That's all. See ya. We're reaching heights unseen.